See, one of the ones that I've seen a lot of, I've not been brave enough to do yet, is fantasy.
I hear you.
Purely
I
because,
hear
yeah,
you.
it's popular. It's very popular. I've enjoyed things like Tolkien, things like that, to read myself. But because fantasy tends to be such dense world building and such
Sure.
long books, it's like I don't know if I have the stamina to do
Yeah.
that before I would get sick of it and go, no, I'm done.
Yeah, we were talking before this interview, and I have a friend who is on book 12. Still haven't seen any of her stuff, and she's still alive. I can confirm that. But yeah, it seems like it's that world building, and it seems like how do you even make room when so many authors have done it so well? I grew up reading Dragonlance, especially preteen and teenage years. And I did try to write fantasy, and all I was doing was writing Dragonlance, really. And it's like, I don't want to make all of those rules. I don't want to make new maps. I don't want to create new religions and deities. And no, I sort of appreciate all that stuff laid out for me. But at the same time, I have another friend as well who, the same thing. He said the hardest part is the rules of the world. I would love to write fantasy, but how does one even make an inroad when it's been done so well? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I have sort of done world building with the sci-fi stuff, but
Right.
it feels like a whole other level to approach fantasy. It feels like it's been done on such a different basis, and I wouldn't know where to start because sci-fi is fairly easy. Space is huge. You just go, oh, there's a planet over there. That's what it
Right.
feels like to me. But fantasy, you are creating not just a whole new universe with its own rules, its own like physics, its own religion, and I just don't know how well I could do that.
Well, fantasy versus sci-fi, I feel like this just the Star Trek rule. Back in the 60s when they didn't exactly have a resolution, they would just say a few lines. There's the resolution. Oh, it's the ionizer. We just need to reverse it. With space, you could just throw some crap at somebody and it'll pretty much work. Whereas I feel like a fantasy world is the exact opposite, and it must deities and moons and the color of the soil. I feel like if you neglect those things in fantasy, you're selling the world short. And maybe that's why my friend has never seen the light of day and is still on book 12. I don't know. But